Hey guys, it's been a while. Feels longer than it actually has been, but I just wanted to talk for a few minutes. Sometimes you have a season in your life. You've been in it for a long time, whether it's school, whether it's a workplace thing, whether it's just a situation, a relationship, whatever. And you see it coming to an end. You see the light at the end of the tunnel in the bads, or whatever the case may be, graduation, the next step, the next big thing, where you at the very least you see the end of the current season. You see that coming up, and you have all these hopes. You've of course learned a lot, Lord willing, and learned a lot in the lessons and things that you're taught, that you've been taught or taught yourself, or others have shown you, or whatever the case may be in the season of your life that you were in. But you just have hopes that the next season is going to answer questions that you've had for the entirety of that season, or maybe seasons before, and and really keep momentum going from one season to the next to build upon it some way, or like have prayers answered that you've been praying for years or months or whatever, and you hit the end of the season and you graduate, or you get the promotion, or whatever, or you the relationships at the next level, or maybe it's not, or I don't know. I've only lived one life. I don't know of all the examples, but that general sense of a completion and on to the next thing, only to see that while in some areas of life it's way better than you could have imagined. You've seen things answered that allow you the ability to roam freely, or the ability to learn, or to spend time pursuing hobbies, or whatever the case may be. But then there's other areas where it's like that momentum did not continue. All the things you thought you were going to do, you kind of got jackknifed somewhere along the way. Whether it was your own doing, whether it was someone else's doing, or whether it was just a culmination of things seen and unseen that came all together over this, as that season ended and on to the next one. And you sit there a week in it, a month in it, a couple months in it, and you're like, what's the point? I don't have all the answers to that question. Because honestly, in a lot of areas of my life, that's me. I only, and like I said earlier, I only speak with what I know, and I don't know a whole lot. I really don't. You can go to school for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, life will still leave you with a lot of lessons left untaught, a lot of things left unstood. God still has a lot of work left to do in you. But I do know that it's not purposeless. Whatever the things that I don't understand, or that you don't understand in the season of life that you or I are in, though God is well aware of them. You've brought him to prayer days and weeks and months, or even periodically because you've given up on bringing it regularly. He's well aware. He's in control. Those needs that you know need to be met at some point to spur on the next step further, that you just can't see the answer to. God knows. It's not purposeless. He's teaching you and I something. It's different for everyone. I don't even fully understand the lessons he's trying to teach me. And usually, at least my experience, you don't really know all the lessons that you were taught until you are through on the other end. And at this rate, it might be a while before the other end is, where the other end of at least some of these valleys are through. Not necessarily major valleys, they're not all life-changing things that are going on. Sometimes it is just the small stuff. Things you hoped for that didn't come to pass, goals you had that changed overnight. You're left without really knowing what you're in this season of life you're currently in for. Just know what I'm trying to remember. So God doesn't do anything on accident. He's a purposeful, intentional, faithful God, always, to every person. You seek Him, you'll find Him. He says it, He shows it. He's not leaving us out to dry. He's not leaving us hanging. He's not distant from us intentionally. We can distance ourselves from Him, certainly, but He's not distant from us intentionally. You're not in this alone. I'm right there with you, and I know we all know someone else is facing it too, and we all know that the Lord is in control of it all and is with us every step of the way. It's okay to not know what's going, to not know. It's okay to not know. It's one of the biggest struggles of my life. To be okay with not knowing. Not knowing why, not knowing how, not knowing what. Generals, specifics, doesn't matter. God does. Obviously, try and take it day by day, one step at a time, one day at a time, one act or movement or book or whatever at a time. You just take it once, and we'll get through this, one way or another, whatever direction God is taking you or I individually. We're gonna get through this. I miss you guys. I miss doing this. This has been kind of one of those summers, one of those seasons. Congratulations, you've made it through June. I don't remember if I even did one then. And most of July. By the time this is up, it might even be August. Who knows? I'm thankful for each one of you who takes the time to watch, especially all the way to here. And you're awesome, and you're not alone. Till next time, stay focused, and I'll see y'all later.